y'all. It's that time again. It's Math with Mrs. Peters, the crazy cat lady of Hiram High School. Today's topic, odd, even, or neither functions. This is not to be confused with odd and even degree. Remember that a degree is an exponent, okay? What we're going to be talking about is what a picture's table of values does or what the graph looks like. So, let's start with an odd function. Two of these functions are odd and one is not. Now, let's define what the picture should be able to do to determine if my graph is an odd function. Right? It has to have rotational symmetry. That means it can go 180 degrees, and the center point has to be the origin, 0, 0. So if I rotate my picture 180 degrees, let's grab my graph, and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. All right, does it look like the original? Well, lucky for you, I took a picture of the original. Oh my God, it does. So that means this is an odd function. Okay, let's look at this linear graph. All right, I rotate it 180 degrees. Well, that's pretty obvious. It does look the same. Now, let's look at this last one. Okay, well, let's write down odd function for this one. Okay, this last one, if I rotate it 180 degrees, okay, that means this point right here, okay, I'm going to try it. Oops, doesn't want to rotate for me. I need the rotation would have to be about the origin. And let's see, does it look exactly the same? No. Okay, smart boards aren't very smart. If I was going to rotate this, I would have to rotate it so that the origin here would rotate my picture. And this was probably, this is actually easier to show a picture. So let's look at a picture. All right, let's take a video and look at what I've got going on here. Oh, look, Mrs. Peters has a really handy-duty graph. So, with that said, let's look at, okay, so here I have one that will rotate about the origin. And if I rotate it, let me get a pen. Rotate it about the origin. It looks the same. Okay, now if I have my graph over here, like in that second picture, and I rotate about the origin 180 degrees, do I have the same picture? No, I don't, because 180 degrees before, it was down here. Okay, 180 degrees now, it's up here in the upper quadrant. Right, so this is definitely not odd. That is not odd. Right, so this one, with it being down in here, means that it is not odd. Hope y'all got that. So, this one is not odd. Now, we can look at a table of values to determine whether or not we have oddness or not. And we should always check for our center of our graph. We always want to look at 0, 0. So when you go to say, where's your starting point? Start at 0. All right? And now we want to look at what happens as I have opposite values. What happens here? I have the same number but opposite values again. Okay? Opposite values, -2 and +2, give me opposite values in the y also. All the way. This happens all the way. So what I can say is if I build a table of values, okay, that opposite x values result in opposite y values. So we can look at a picture or we can look at a table of values and determine if we have a odd function. Now, let's talk about even functions. What makes even functions even functions? Well, an even function has a line of symmetry, and that line of symmetry has to be the y-axis. If the line of symmetry is not the y-axis, then it is not an even function. All right? Line of symmetry means I can fold something in half and it looks exactly the same on both sides. So that means this picture here, this one's even. Okay? Here's the line of symmetry. Is it the same on both sides? Yes. This means this is an even function. But this function's line of symmetry is not the y-axis. So this is not even. Right? And if you have a function that is not even and is not odd, then we have a function that is neither. Okay? A function that is not even and it is not odd, then it is neither. So there are three choices here. You need to make sure you know them. Now, in a table of values for even functions, I want you to notice opposite values give the same y value. Opposite x values give same y values. Opposite x values give the same y value. So this is how we can tell in a table of values. All right, opposite x values give same y values. And that's all there is to odd and even functions. If it's not odd and it's not even, it's neither. So if you have any questions, write them down on a piece of paper, bring them to tutoring or bring them to class, and I'll be happy to answer them. Y'all have a good evening. Take care. Goodbye.